Hello,
Oh,
hello.
there we are.
Yay! Hi everyone.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, can everyone hear us all right? How's our audio? A little low? Okay. I
Pump it
can,
up.
well, sure, yeah. Awesome. All right. Okay.
Oh, now saying we're good. We're good.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right,
Yay!
I got the YouTube chat on my left. I've got the Twitch chat on my right. We're
I
totally set up.
know, it's the same here, same here, same here. Yeah, hello everyone. Hello from Twitch and YouTube. Awesome, awesome. I'm glad everybody's here. We'll wait a few more minutes for everyone to pop up. Uh, hello to some of our new first time chatters here with us.
Yes.
We have a special guest in case anyone is aware.
Yes.
Hey friends, how's it going?
Cool, cool.
Sam goes,
Hi.
"Oh, I'm aware." Yeah, we got a hi there. Someone said, "Is this stream impertinent?" Yes, it's a very impertinent stream about to occur.
Yes. Okay. There the apparently I have a different background music on. It's a little soft.
Oh,
It's very familiar.
Hmm.
All right. Cool. Hello, everyone. I think we should get started now. So,
sounds good.
hi. Welcome to another Celtial Singularity stream. We actually had a stream like around a week or two ago announcing the winners of the Game 3 simulation contest. I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. We'll definitely have more contests in the future. But today we have a different kind of stream. And this stream is special because we do have a special guest with us. And today's
Yeah.
guest is none other than TierZoo or Patrick.
Hey everybody, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Yes.
hey, yeah. I bet it's a surprise to all of our players to have him here. We did have sneak peeks of like maybe a collaboration brewing with Patrick in beta, and so it's really great to like tie it in all together and bring him here with us. So welcome, welcome.
Yes. Someone there asked, "Yeah, did you help the CTS devs for the cat event?" Yeah, like so that's what we've been all building up to here. Yeah, some beta players might have noticed it. It's true. We've had a little bit of references. Some people thought they were just nods to him and just references, but no, it's official. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's official. Uh,
Yep.
Cool. And so before we begin, we should do a little bit of intro with ourselves for any of our players who don't even know who you are, TierZoo, and who we are as well, right? So my name is Emily. I am the marketing lead here at Computer Lunch. I help coordinate all of our marketing activities and some of our social community initiatives. We have another Emily in the company, and she was actually supposed to be the host of this one. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, we had some tech issues which made us delay this stream, and so I had to take over. So shout out to Emily Grimm,
Yes, please
who,
shout out to Emily Grimaldi.
yeah, like, and she actually owns a cat. And
Help herself.
it was supposed to make an appearance here on this stream. So in many ways, I feel like a fraud being here, given the content of what the stream is. But it's okay. I am a lover on the side, so
Yes.
I will
Hmm.
participate with my comments. Cool. And then Andrew, who are you?
Yeah, so I'm Andrew. I'm the writer and gameplay designer for the events that we do, including this cat event. So yeah, so I'll have a lot to show you today about what we've got going on here, what we've done to make it happen, and yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Excited to see. And Patrick, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi everybody. My name is Patrick, or Patch, as some call me. I run the channel TierZoo. I created it, and I've been doing it for almost 8 years now.
Oh wow.
Whoa, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you enjoy being TierZoo? Is it like a different kind of persona to yourself, or is it kind of like very similar to who you are?
Um, I think it's pretty similar.
Okay, okay.
Well, I mean, like who I am as a person doesn't really have too much bearing on the content because
Okay.
I don't talk like I do in the video. No one's talking about builds and meta and all that.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
pretty easy to differentiate between my personal life and my channel. But
Okay.
nonetheless, I am very passionate about zoology and education and video games too. So
Nice.
it is a natural fusion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Like we're building a game, an educational science game, and so there is a lot of
Yeah.
overlap between your channel and ours. In fact, if people don't know, what TierZoo's channel looks like, I have something to show you. And hint, hint, this is motivation, Patrick. This is what I was talking about.
There
Oh,
we go.
okay. Yes, finally.
Look at
Yes.
this.
So this is the
Oh,
logo of his channel. So yeah,
3D
nice.
printed.
3D printed. So
Oh, okay.
motivation for you, Patrick.
Yeah,
Uh,
homemade 3D printing. Like I didn't even know that she had a 3D printer. It was so cool. Like, yeah.
yeah.
That is neat. I was
Yeah.
just at a convention called Open Source, and they had a bunch of 3D printer people there. So I learned a
Wow.
lot about it this weekend. That's very cool.
Yeah.
What kind of 3D printer do you have?
I have Bamboo X1.
Bamboo
Okay.
X1.
Yeah, look it up later.
I will.
Or-
Cool. All right. Before we start going overboard, I think it's time to get back into the stream, which is fine, which is great. We can keep going overboard as much as we want, but we should also keep going. And so, with that, let's go into the topic of today's stream. So, today we're actually going to be talking about the new event that is going to be coming out soon. So, we have an event, it's called Explore Cats, a Feline Journey. It is set to come out next Friday, June 28th at 11 a.m. ET. So yay! Awesome!
Yes.
And as we alluded, it is a collaboration between us, the devs at Computer Lunch, with Patrick at TierZoo. So, Andrew, do you want to talk a little bit about this event?
Yeah, so like we've been working on it we've been in contact with you for a while, TierZoo, like Patrick, and
Yeah,
we've been
quite
thinking
some
about
time.
making an event. We even weren't even sure if it was gonna be cats for sure. We went back and forth. We were definitely always gonna do something with you, and we weren't sure. And then yeah, we landed on cats, and since then we've just been expanding on it. Like it had a bit of a pause as we worked on the Outbreaks event, and then we came back around, and yeah, like we have some gameplay to show after this. But yeah, that's pretty much where it came from. Yeah.
Yeah. And outside
Yeah.
of that, we actually had a lot of team members that are big fans
Oh,
of you, Patrick. Like apart from the creator himself, Andrew, which we also have
Yes.
another Andrew in the company. Like we also have our technical artist Olga. She's a big fan of you. She
Really?
always tries to get into sneak peeks of our video call meetings with you, and I have to be like,
Oh.
like Olga, like I know you're a fan. But you know, gotta
Oh,
keep it
Thanks for
thanks for
professional.
watching, Olga. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, like Andrew was telling me, he's been wanting to work with you for a while, Patrick. Like I'm not sure
Uh-huh.
when he or both of you first connected, if you were still working with Nebula, but we were back and forth for a while until last year when we finally decided, okay, we're definitely gonna do a collaboration now. And so yeah. And like at first it was just going to be a promotion of sorts, but then as we kept talking, it seemed to bubble into a collaboration, right? Um,
Exactly. Yeah. I believe I first heard from all you guys at least 2 years ago, perhaps even more than that.
whoa, really?
Yeah, it's been quite some time since I first got introduced to your game.
Yeah. Did you find it out in the wild, or was it recommended to you?
I got an email from I assume Andrew, the creator of the
Yeah.
of the game, talking about a potential idea for a sponsorship or collaboration, and it sounded cool. It sounded like it was it sounded like and it, what I can tell, it absolutely is. Your game is kind of it pursues very similar interests to my channel, which is that it uses game stuff in order to get people interested in science, and for me, in my case, zoology, but in your case, it's more broad than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I tried the game. I thought, oh, well, if I'm going to even think about doing a sponsorship, I should probably play it. And I did, and I remember very quickly being playing it perhaps a bit too much.
Oh, I mean that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
I know it's good for, obviously it's good for you guys. I remember I actually gave myself a repetitive motion injury because I was tapping on my screen so much.
Oh no.
I was playing it for hours and hours and hours at a time. I remember I had to like take a break because my finger was starting to hurt.
There
But
you
it was a
go.
fun game, and I remember it was always so fun unlocking new things and seeing all the really fun low poly 3D art that's in the game whenever you unlock something. That was
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
always that was always a big fun thing for me to get to.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fun. We have
So
some
yeah.
of that in this event too, which is nice. Oh, I just saw Olga show up in the YouTube chat. Nice.
there we go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Your biggest fan. Uh, cool. All right. Andrew, you want to show us some gameplay?
Oh yeah, let's do it. If we swipe
Yay.
over, it should be up.
Yes.
There we go. Nice. So yeah, so here's how this is what the event looks like. I'll zoom out a little bit so you could see that we've got a little computer lunch X TierZoo logo here, not bad. And then right here, TierZoo collab video goes live June 30th, 11 a.m. EST. This is awesome.
Um,
We just put this in, so I hadn't even seen it until just now. So
Okay.
it's cool to see. And yeah, so what we did here, we were trying to come up with ways to tell the story of cats in a way that didn't just feel like here's a cat, here's another cat, like just like going a list of it. So we wanted to do their journey, evolutionary journey from the one continent and spreading across the globe. So we have a unique map here showing all the continents here that cats live on. And if I tap here and get to this Felidae, Felidae is the general family that all cats fall into. And there we go. There's the lion representing the whole family. And here's our 3D garden. Yeah, so we've got a little,
Nice.
yeah, no one here yet, but you might unlock some more people and more cats as you keep going. I mean, but yeah,
and this
right now
is
the
your
lion
first
is
time
just perched
seeing
above.
this, right, Patrick?
Yeah, I haven't seen. Yeah, especially the intro animation was great with the roar and everything.
Yeah,
I love
that
it.
roar, it's fun. Yeah, so yeah, we talk here like just about like the how all modern cat species spawn from the Pseudolaris. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Like, but it comes from there like around 2 million years ago, 20 million years ago, which is
Mhm.
crazy. I feel like you mentioned even in your video you might talk about like the era that they come from. I feel like you might have mentioned like Miocene, I think it was. Like I can't remember the name, like the
Yeah, well,
Miocene
that
they
would have
came.
been the
Yeah.
first. That the Miocene would have been the time when the carnivorans first evolved from
Oh.
just the general mammals. Because the carnivorans, that's the animals that includes like cats, dogs, bears, hyenas,
Mm,
and then they are themselves divided into caniform creatures and feliform uh, creatures. So
nice.
um, yeah, so the caniform ones, that's like bears and dogs
Mm.
and seals and sea lions and stuff. And
Oh,
then
seals.
feliforms, that's cats, hyenas, mongooses, and a few others. And then from there, that's when you really get into the Felidae
Mm.
uh, as kind of an offshoot of that branch.
Wow. This is awesome to hear just because when I'm doing research for these events, it gets very like deep dive into a very specific aspect of this. So I don't really know about the carnivore as much as I know about now. I know maybe too much about the Felidae family, but like you talking about the rest and where they come from overall, I don't even have that knowledge. So it's just cool to get the
Right.
overall
Yeah. It is
perspective.
interesting because there's a lot of overlap, and sometimes really, you wouldn't quickly be able to tell which side of the carnivoran tree an animal would fall on. Like I would bet a lot of people would guess that the hyenas are more dog-like, and they
Mm-hmm.
certainly look that way, but they are actually more closely related to big cats than they are to like wolves and those sorts of creatures.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember people in beta were asking me like if we were gonna put a hyena in the game, and we ended up not.
yeah.
But they were wanting it. They wanted a
Mm.
hyena. So yeah. Well,
Yeah, and they're amazing creatures too. And then, like conversely, a lot of people would probably guess that um, things like weasels and like minks, otters would maybe be more cat-like, but they are actually on the caniform side. So
well,
it is interesting tree of life.
wow.
Wow,
Well,
that's
if you
cool.
we wanted to like so something that you do in your videos a lot is you bring up like specific traits that make them like more powerful, like or more like maybe their claws help them in this combat way, like or this helps them in this way. So we wanted to try and like showcase that in our little way. So even though it is like families of cats like spreading across the continent, throughout it we have these little like traits of the cats that are shared by all of the cats that we have here, like just sprouting out throughout the globe. And this one was like, this is the first one you get like a digitigrade, and it was also like one of the hardest to write because we were desperately trying to just understand what it means, like, and how it benefits them. Like, and then we landed on a good way, like, because basically cats are digitigrade, which means instead of having flat feet like this that like are straight on the ground, like they walk on their toes and their ankles, or as it's called, the hock. They that was something we were really struggling with. They call it a hock, and that's their equivalent of an ankle. And we were like, do we even say hock in the tooltip? Is that going to make it more confusing trying to say what a hock is? But that's what that is. And basically, because they're walking on their toes, now that they have their ankle up here, that means that they have 2 points of bending here with the knee and the ankle, which allows them to go even further down so they can spring like up when they jump. So that helps them with their leaping ability. But yeah, this was a tough one to try and get right and make sure that we can explain that it acts as a pivot point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, this event made me learn a lot more about cats that I didn't know. For reference, I'm a dog lover, and so
I am too.
Oh, really? You too? Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been
Nice.
seeing a lot of people being like, all right, well, now there's a cat one. Is there
Where's
going to
the
be a dog
dog?
event now? Yeah, which we might have to. We'll think about it. We'll think
Yeah,
about it
we
for
can
sure. But
circle
yeah.
back on that and
I know, I
we
know.
can
Right?
figure
Another
something out.
collaboration.
This- Oh, here we go. We're unlocking the Panthera now. Here we go. There's the tiger. Yeah. So like, so
Ooh,
we
wow, you get
yeah,
the two biggest ones right away, huh? Okay.
yes, we actually move kind of like it's not like 1-to-1, but we do kind of go from big to small as we go up, like throughout the event. Oh, also this is fun. If you go right here, you can see the lion's little feet. That's just a little Easter egg there.
Oh,
But yeah, Panthera was another interesting one to me because like Panthera is just the family of big cats, but like
yeah.
also the panther is considered this kind of animal, but there's no actual cat called the panther really. Like it's just like the leopard can be a panther, like any cat that like has this general shape can be a panther, but there's no like one cat that's like this is a panther cat, like or something
Exactly.
like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm curious if one of the traits that you have for the panther is the ability to roar, because that's.
Oh yeah.
Is it one of them? Because that's.
Yeah,
unique
actually,
to,
that's where the split happens here. Like, so here at Felidae, it's like these are all the cats, and then we have Feline and Pantherinae.
Mhm.
So we talk here in Pantherinae how big cats are solitary, and they use their roar to contact potential mates.
Yes.
And their ability to roar is shaped by the thick layer of cartilage that gives their larynx additional flexibility.
Mhm.
So yeah, so that's how we like that's where we create the first divide here a bit, like through the two evolutionary traits. So like these are the ones that roar, and then these are the ones that purr instead, like the Feline, like because they can't roar, so they
Right.
purr instead.
Yeah.
And they use that as a method for self-soothing and like soothing them and are communicating contentment or discomfort.
Yes, and they will do it. They'll do a purr or they'll do a meow sometimes.
There you go.
Or like a little chirp.
Yeah, there's some crazy one. There's one later in the event. I don't think we'll get to it in this live stream, but I think I'm pretty sure it's the jungle cat, and they don't meow as much as they like make like a barking kind of sound. Like
Yeah.
it's very jarring, but it's very funny that they do that.
The worst
There's, like,
one is the cougar or the
Oh.
puma. You ever heard what they sound like?
I don't think I have. I don't think I've heard it. What is that?
It's one of the notoriously most terrifying things you can ever hear in the wilderness,
Oh my
Oh, wow.
gosh.
because it sounds like a woman being stabbed to death, basically.
Whoa,
like,
really?
like a woman shrieking in pain would be like what most people immediately assume it is.
Wow.
But it's just the call of a North American puma or panther.
I had no idea.
Right. Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, look
Holy
up videos
shit.
of it later. It is quite unsettling, to say the least.
Oh gosh. It's interesting
Fair
you
enough.
mentioned that because I've been listening to a lot of true crime recently, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
You're like, oh, that might have just been a puma then.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, if you ever read any like creepypasta stories of like wilderness explorers or search and rescue agents or anything, one of the things that commonly comes up is hearing screams in the wilderness and not knowing where they're coming from, and that's one of the theories as to why.
Right.
Wow.
Right. Oh my
Well, there you
gosh.
go.
We're creepy
The puma also interested me just because of how like the puma is also like a cougar and is also a mountain lion. It's just like a bunch of names for the same cat, really. Like,
Right. Yeah. It's kind of like with panther, how there's like it's kind of a nondescript term that there can be a bunch of different things for.
Oh, nice. Look, if I get a bit more, I can unlock claws, which is our first badge. This is another fun fact. Like little images like this, we tried to do this as much as we could throughout the event. We have images from cats that are part of our team. Like, so this is one of Olga's cats actually. Like, and this is the claw. Yeah, this represents the retractable claws that cats have that allows them to walk silently and keep their nails sharp while not in use.
Very cute.
And the
What
front
is
claw
Olga's
grips
cat's name?
like this one I think is Ma. Like there's two cats that Olga has. One of them is Ma, and I'm forgetting about the other name. If Olga's still in the chat, feel free to let us know the other cat name. I haven't looked in the chat in a minute now because I've been gaming. But yeah, so we've got the cat. Yeah, we've got the claws here. This was one that when I was writing this, I was like, this is as close as we might get to like the TierZoo like combat. Like we talk about how the front claws grip the prey while the back can gut an animal's stomach. Like it was very
definitely
grotesque, but it's like, yeah, that's like is that the same? I can't think if that's the same thing as the bunny kicks that cats do, like your house cats. But yeah, like it's like that's them trying to gut the stomach open, which is Sade. That's the other one, Sade. Like so it's Ma and Sade. So those are the two cats Olga has responded. Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, let's look in the garden again, take a little gander. Yeah, we tried to create a nice little oasis here for them. Like, we also didn't want it to seem like they're trapped on a deserted island and they can't leave.
Yeah, they don't look like they have much anywhere to go. But...
yeah, that's okay. This is just their little, like, snow globe. That's how I look at it. This is just their little, like chill place. Nothing on the horizon, just nice marching around, like... I love this. This tiger is crazy built. Like,
that's a tanky tiger for sure.
Like we talk about how tigers can get up to like 600 pounds or even more in the event.
Yeah, I think the biggest ones can get almost 1,000.
Yeah, this one's at like 362 kg. Like we put kilograms in here for that one. But yeah, like so that's it could be very large and like very scary, I'm sure. I've never seen one in person, but I'm sure it wouldn't be a great situation.
They're pretty scary looking for sure.
Yes. I'm gonna use one of my time fluxes so I can go ahead now because I want to see that badge. I don't know if I'll have enough to unlock it. Oh, I definitely have enough. Nice. Okay,
yay.
Sweet. So now we can get the first badge of the game that comes with claws, and there's a full color version of the cat claws here. And then let's open it up.
All right.
Boom. Paws and claws. Yeah, so this was a fun one. We were deciding if we were gonna have this badge be the acute senses like that a cat has, so it was gonna be the ears pointed in two different directions. But everyone loved the little beans of the paw, like, and we tried to bring the rainbow out to represent you, TierZoo. Like, so like we have that. Yeah, like so we have that like kind of connecting feature in a few of these. But it's fun because every time we say beans, Sam, a co-worker, does not like us calling them beans. He's like, "Why are we calling them beans?" So I'm shouting him out there, beans, cat beans.
That's cute.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. There's all the badges in the game in this particular event is actually inspired based on your logo, Patrick. And especially the last one. The last one is a very.
I've seen the last one.
Yes.
I haven't seen the other ones. So
yeah.
Yeah, if you guys have caught the trailer, like any fans, like we do show off that badge, like specifically in the trailer, I believe. So yeah.
Look forward to the release of the event and play to collect those badges.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Do you still want to keep going, Andrew, or shall we move on?
It's totally up to you. Like I'm probably gonna keep playing in the background regardless. Now.
Oh my goodness.
So cool. So it's up to you. I'm happy to move forward too.
Yeah. Let's move forward. Partly because some time has passed and we have some players who keep itching and asking about this. But we are going to, as part of our streams, we also give out Darwinium cubes, and so there are 2 Darwinium codes that we're giving out in this stream. And so we are actually giving out our first one right now, and that is cool cats. So
Nice. Because you are
yeah,
all some cool cats. That's something Emily
yes.
Grimaldi really wanted us to say. Like, we want to shout everyone
Ah.
out. Yeah, shout out everyone. Don't worry, you guys are all cool cats.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
And similar to the other formats, while we're giving out these codes, we're going to have a little Q&A. But for anyone who's trying to figure out how to redeem this code, if you go into the settings of your game and go into redeem code,
Mm.
you can type in cool cats, it's all in caps, and then hit enter, and you should get 15 Darwinium cubes. If you're not able to redeem these cubes immediately, please wait a while because a lot of people who are trying to redeem this code are going to do so at the same time, and so it will kind of like lag, delay, or crash the server a little bit. So no worries. This code will be up for a while.
Wow.
Cool, awesome. All right. With that, any questions for us? We have the lovely Patrick here to also answer any questions as well.
Nice. I'm looking in the chat right now. Someone said
Yes.
my cousin works on this game. I wonder who's your
Oh!
cousin. I don't know. Like, we,
Oh my goodness.
Is that you, Andrew? Are you the cousin?
I'm not. I don't think I'm the cousin. I
Oh,
might. I
okay.
don't know. Like, depends who Cutie Kittens is. If I'm the cousin, that's the first time I'm hearing about it.
Okay. Long
That's
lost
funny.
family member, maybe.
I know, right?
Uh, Colin Not Dev made a joke about how I said the garden was an oasis for the cats, but there's no plants there. Hey, it's their version of an oasis, maybe not
Yeah,
the oasis.
doesn't an oasis usually mean water in the middle of a desert? I think you guys got it backwards because it's a
It's
desert in the middle of water.
You know, you're making
Yeah.
really good points here. That's okay. The cats are okay. No cats were harmed in the making of that garden. They're very comfortable.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
it's Sam's cousin. Nice. And then Sam just
uh,
responded, "Hey, that's me. That's fun. Cool."
There it is.
so we have a
Look at
question,
Mhm.
Luke, from Luke. What was the inspiration behind developing the game?
Mm.
So I'm not sure if this question is tailored to Cell to Singularity as a game or to
Or the
this
cats.
or the cats event. But if we're talking about the cats event, I would say it's actually a combination of the last survey that we had.
Yes.
So previously in the year before we did have a explore event survey to see what topics people were interested in, and
Yeah.
people mentioned that they were interested in cats. So cats was definitely something we wanted to work on. But actually also your video on on cats, Patrick, was actually what triggered Andrew to prompt to talk to you, and
Yes.
so in the back of our minds we were kind of like, oh, okay, we want to do cats, but we also saw this really cool video you did about cats, and we were like, what about if we did them together? And so in many ways it was kind of like a culmination of different things that kind of like came together.
Yeah, it's
So
fun too,
Yeah.
cause like we almost didn't even with that we still almost didn't make it a cat event. Like we were talking for a bit, like when we first started talking this year, Patch. We were like, oh maybe because you were at the time you were like into crows and you were gonna make a crow video, which has come out by now. Like, and you were like,
It's
what
true,
could it
yeah.
be a crow event? Like we debated.
Yeah.
Like we could have made a crow event. Like we went with cats in the end, but hey, is anyone in the comments would have preferred a crow event? Let us know. Like, but yeah.
Yeah. Crows are also amazing creatures, so yeah.
Yeah.
We've been looking into
You saw
them
the
too,
video
just
about it.
like about how they interact with humans. Like we've been doing some research on them. We're not sure if we're gonna do anything
Mhm.
with it, but we have seen how like like they become very loyal very quickly, and like how some people can create like an army of crows, like if they do the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play your cards right. You can
Yes.
trade with the crows and convince them to steal other people's money, for example, I think is one of the things I've
yeah.
heard.
Yeah.
Uh,
Someone said, how long does it take to create an event like this? That's a good question. This event has been a long time in the running specifically. So we've been talking about the idea of this one since about March, we would say. But then when we really started locking in right as soon as the Outbreaks event released. Like so we've had from that point. I'm not sure how many weeks that is, but yeah, we've been chugging away like to get this one done. Like, and yeah, so that's about how long. So maybe like, yeah, like a bit more than a month sometimes. Like it depends on how big the event is, like how much we're putting into the garden versus the tree itself, the research, how many nodes there are is also a factor. So yeah, depends.
Yeah, yeah. We also do have other content like the Beyond and the Civ expansions, so that kind
That's
of
true.
like comes in into the middle, and we have to slot them between each other to make sure they come out.
Mhm.
We have another question by Creep2 on
Mm,
Twitch. Because cats domesticated themselves, did that change how they act compared to most domesticated animals?
mm. That's a good point. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
much about the other domesticated animals. Pat, do you have any answer for that? Do you know? Like if that led to them
Uh,
acting different than other like dogs, like if they have a different temperament as a result? Oh.
Um, I would bet that one of the main differences is that they still like hunt on their own.
Mm,
Usually for a lot of cats. I mean, I know some people just buy cat food.
yeah.
But that's I think the main difference is like you don't like have a dog and then just like not feed it, whereas a cat you can kind of just like let it go outside and it'll find something to eat. And same with like I don't know horses and sheep and cows and all that. You provide them food or you at least
Mm,
set a pasture for them to graze.
yeah.
But cats are just, I think because they domesticated themselves, they're a lot more independent and require less upkeep from people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, we talked a bit about the whole domesticating themselves angle, like, and if we were, how true it was, like, and like what the like archaeological digs show about it, like, and while that does seem the case, like, we can't be sure, but what we did find is that not only were they ones that were attempting to like come in and be domesticated like that, like there's also, we mentioned this in the event, like leopard cats also tried on their own, like a bit afterwards. So it's like a lot of the modern day house cats come from, well, they all come from the African wildcat in the
Yeah.
Fertile Crescent in like in the ancient times. Like, and then uh like 5,000 years later, leopard cats in China tried to do the same thing. Like, and then but since no modern house cats besides ones that are specifically bred with leopard cats, like they most house cats don't have any connection. So it
Mm.
does seem like that one didn't make the cut. Like they didn't make it as domestic cats. They got replaced by the African wildcat ancestry. But yeah, so that was an interesting fact too. That was just like the even like it's like maybe it's just a natural, like cats wanted to do it. The fact that there are two separate cats that tried to do the same thing with trying to eat the rats around
Yeah,
civilizations at the time. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you everyone for your questions. We will have another Q&A when we release the next code. So with that,
Yes.
let's move on to the next topic. So let's talk about you, Patrick, and your channel TierZoo, right? Like,
Yeah.
we have a lot of fans of yours here, but for those who do not know you, do you want to talk about your channels, especially since we're doing collaboration with you?
Sure, definitely. So my channel is it is a zoology education channel specifically pertaining to evolutionary biology and wildlife ecology. Um, and it presents the natural world and all the creatures in it as though they are players in a video game, characters in a video game, I should say.
Hmm.
And then proceeds to then discuss um, strategy and like the meta of like how this game works and how best to win. And in doing so, it's really discussing actual evolutionary biology and wildlife ecology.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, so that's
Yeah.
the idea behind it. It seems to be pretty well received among the gamer community and also among um, zoology enthusiasts like myself. So yeah, those of you who have not seen it, I'd love for you to check it out, and I hope you like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. We're in our social media channels, and as we promote our game, we're also linking. We're also providing a link to Patrick's or TierZoo's YouTube channel. So for all of our fans, please check out his videos, especially our collaborated video that on June 30th, and it will come out at 11 a.m. Central and 12 p.m. Eastern time. So look out for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Cool.
good one. Yes, so that's
Yeah.
my, for those wondering, that's my part of this collaboration. We got to see a bunch of really cool stuff from the video game side, I have a video coming out that will be promoting cell singularity and also talking about the evolution of cats.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so
I mean,
that should be a lot of fun.
I mean, beyond the video, you also helped to like collaborate with us when we shared each other our scripts and some of the research,
Yeah,
and we've kind of like learned from each other and what the focus is on. So I think in many ways, beyond the video game and the video itself, we did share research with each other, and in many ways, we kind of like work together.
it's true. Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
Awesome. Cool. And with that, we are done with the more professional version of the stream. So let's talk a little bit about cats. Unfortunately,
Yes.
I do not have a cat.
Mhm.
I actually a lot of people don't know this about me, so I may as well
Mm.
hint a little bit of lore. So once upon a time, when I was a senior year in school, I did have a cat.
Oh.
My dad's best friend tried to uh, let's say convince my dad of us owning a pet because we all wanted a dog, but that my dad was like, no
Mm.
pets in the house. So then my
Mm.
dad's best friend comes in, he's like with a baby orange tabby cat, and was like, here, I found it
Oh.
on the street, like, don't you want to take care of it? And my dad was like, oh, I guess, sure. So we ended up having our first actual cat, but then this cat hated me. Like it used my
Uh,
legs as like a scratching post, and
Oh
then
man.
at night I would always have to cover myself with a blanket because it would try to scratch me to death.
Wow.
So it was interesting. I mean, at the end, the cat ran away.
Wow.
So that was,
really?
yeah, the cat
Oh
ran away.
no.
It was a blow.
Jeez.
And so I was just like, oh no. And so in many ways, I was kind of like, well, cats are not for me. I mean, following
Yeah,
after
that
that, we
that'll
ended up,
do it.
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, that's
Uh,
devastating.
but then
Wow.
but then I met some of my friends and they had cats, and interestingly, all of them had black cats, and I
Mm.
was just
Hmm.
like, and they were some of the sweetest cats that I've ever met, and I learned it was so sad here in America how they discriminate against black cats. In fact, they're
Oh.
like the number one like type of cat that you find in pounds a lot, and so
Oh.
with that,
Wow.
if I
No, black
ever,
cats are my favorite. I love
yeah,
their bright
really,
green
Yeah.
eyes. Yeah.
yeah,
That's so sweet.
yeah. So if I ever get a cat, it will probably be a black cat.
Mhm.
But for
Me too.
now, I will not to be. I don't have a cat at the moment. I have a dog.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah,
With
me too. I have a black
nice.
dog.
You have a black dog. Oh wow, you
I
should get a
do.
black cat to compliment the black dog.
Perhaps.
Right.
Maximum.
Speaking of cats, we did as we hinted earlier, we do
Mhm.
have cats in our team. In fact, in our game, we
Yes.
actually sprinkled the tooltip pictures of our team's cats. So as you can
Yes.
see here, these are some of the pictures of the cats some of our team has. Andrew, do you want to talk about some of them?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So JJ and Maxie are the cats that have unfortunately passed that were of our bosses, like Andrew and Kati had them. Like Mon, Sade are Olga's cats. Vinny, I picked this photo out because this is Emily Grimaldi's cat, and I just love this image so much. It's just like she just found him sitting in between these two pillows, like flopped over, which is awesome. Kingston is Sam's girlfriend's cat, like who also passed unfortunately, but there he is with a little banana on his head. We didn't put that one in the game. We wanted to be a bit more serious for that node. He's on the fluffy node in the game, but we were like, we can't put the banana, but I wanted to fit it in here. There's Leon, that's John O'Meara's cat. Like there's Shagrat and Gorebag, who are the previous writer Nisa, like her cats. They're on the hairless cat node. Like I think they're named after orcs from Lord of the Rings. I was not sure
Oh,
at first, but I do like the Shagrat and Gorebag, and yeah, like I put in game my girlfriend's cat Vivian is in the game, like, but for here I wanted to shout out like her previous cat Nora, who unfortunately passed away a few years ago, but I wanted to include her because she's a black cat, a little tuxedo though. She's got the little white on the center, and she had like this picture, you can't see it clearly here, but she had one extra white whisker, like like it was just like
oh,
so like
Oh.
like poignant compared to all the others. And even when it would like fall out naturally and regrow, it would still be that white. So it was just a very unique trait. And yeah, I wanted to shout her out here.
That's very
But
cute.
yeah, like so yeah, these
Aw.
are all the cats. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
all
and
very
and if you
cute
look in the
cats.
credits, you can see the names of a bunch of cats like related to the team. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure. And so while we're also on the topic of like other people's cats, we also wanted to give a shout out to some of our favorite cats, like
Oh
especially
yeah.
since we put them in the game. So with that,
Mhm.
we have this one.
Oh yeah, this one I picked. This is the black-footed cat, and I picked it because I even before I started researching for this event, I'd seen this cat online because people always talk about how it's so cute and seems like a house cat, and it's actually super deadly, and like it succeeds in like 60% of all of its hunts. Like it's like crazy. There's like
Whoa.
legends that it can take out like a giraffe. Which isn't true, but that is the fact that people think that that could happen just shows how fearsome it is because look at how menacing and scary that cat is.
Uh,
Like so, I'm a big
Mhm.
fan. They also we learned they when they rest at night or maybe during the day, like they when they rest, like they hide in either like hare burrows, like so like not rabbits, but hare burrows specifically, like abandoned ones, or in termite mounds, which if you've seen some of these termite mounds, they get really tall and it's like really creepy. I don't know how they're comfortable in there, but that's one of the things they do. So they just have so many interesting things about them that I'm like, these guys are awesome.
and
Yeah.
what type of cats are they again?
Black-footed cats.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Aw, they're cute. And where did that legend come from? I'm just curious. Like, is
Yeah, I
that
don't know. I think it's a local legend. I'm not actually sure. I'd have to look into who came up with it because I like all I found was them saying, "Here's the legend. It's not true." Like that was like what I found in the research. They're like, "Here it is. That's not true." But good enough. Yeah.
Aw, okay,
Yeah.
okay. No worries. I mean,
Mm.
much love to this cat, as
Yes.
ferocious as it is. All right. The next one is this one.
Oh yeah.
Like, is this the palace cat
Yeah, this
or?
is the Palace Cat. Yeah, Emily
Wow.
Crivaldi picked this one because we've been wanting to shout it out as much as possible. Like, we didn't get to put it in the banner, so we were like, how else can we represent it? Because he's just so silly looking. Like, it's awesome. Like, they're very like quiet and secretive. They don't really like hang out or like outside much. They live in mountains. And
Aw.
they're super fluffy and like bulky looking, but they're actually not that huge underneath all of that. Like, they're really muscular, but the fluff hides it, like so it makes it look like huge. Like and yeah, this is a one picture of them sticking out their tongue. Yeah.
Aw. And
Cute.
and wasn't there a strange fact about them? I'm not sure. I remember hearing there was something interesting about this cat specifically.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know. It's kind of just, yeah, that they were very grumpy. That was one of the main things. Like that was like, or they look grumpy. Like this is them with the tongue out. But yeah, the main thing was the fact that they were like muscular and they used this as like camouflage a bit, their fluffiness.
Mm.
But yeah, yeah,
Aw. Yeah,
awesome.
it's cute. I mean, muscular but cute. And then
yes,
Yeah.
this one, the cheetah.
there we go.
Yes, this is the cheetah. This is my favorite of the big cats. I know I get a lot of people telling me, no, you must hate them because I put them at bottom tier in my my cat tier list. But really, they're actually my favorite cats, and they're beautiful creatures. I do genuinely think they have to work quite a bit harder to survive in the
Aw.
wild.
Yes.
But they're fighters, you know. They're amazing creatures, and they do manage to eke out a living there, even amongst some incredibly powerful and dangerous animals.
Yeah, I
So they're
mean,
amazing
yeah.
creatures, and yeah, I love them. I don't know if any of you have ever seen a photo of a melanistic cheetah. So there's no like pure black ones, but they do have quite a bit more black, and instead of spots, they have stripes, and it's
Oh.
incredibly beautiful animal.
Wow.
If you've ever
I'll
seen
look
that.
into that after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love those guys. But all cheetahs are really cool, and I remember going to the zoo as a child and seeing them and being just really amazed, but also being bummed that I couldn't see them run because they were
Aw.
kept in a bit of a small, not small, but you know, not big
Yeah,
enough
yeah.
to make a huge sprint towards any of the.
Of course, they can't hit those like 80 miles per hour like inside there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah. It's cool. Do you plan to kind of like visit like at their habitat somewhere. Where exactly do they live? Do they live in Africa or?
Africa and a little bit in the Middle East too, I think. But yeah,
Nice.
mostly the African savanna.
Gotcha.
I have never done any safaris or anything,
Mm.
but I would love to at some point.
Yeah,
That'd
yeah,
be awesome.
yeah. That would be
I also love that
great.
I also love that they can in zoos they oftentimes give them dog friends to like
Oh,
help them
really?
Oh,
calm
sweet. I
down.
had no
Yes, because
idea.
cheetahs are unfortunately plagued with a lot of anxiety in zoos, which makes
Oh,
sense because they are quite fragile creatures.
wow.
Um, but yeah, in order to help them combat their nerves, zoos will often give them dog friends to help them
Oh,
relax, and that's very cute, and I love that. So yeah.
Well, that's very sweet. I had no idea. Wow.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's cute and also interesting that they have their own therapy pet.
Yes, they had service animals for the cat. Yes.
I know. Oh, it's cute. But yeah, great to hear fun facts about everybody's favorite cat. I don't have a favorite cat only here, partly because I was a last minute replacement. But I enjoy hearing everybody's favorite cats. And probably if I did say what my favorite cat is, it would be just a black cat. I mean,
There you go.
Mhm.
yeah. Cool. With that, we're ready to give out our second Darwinium code. And for this one, let's see if people can guess what this is. So,
It's a
uh,
pun. It's a
it's
cat pun.
yeah, yeah. Can anyone tell us what this Darwinium code is?
Uh,
Ah.
cat. Cats. That's a good guess. I mean, yeah, that's a really good cat pun. Cat. Yeah, cats. Let's see. World.
World, no. Huh.
Mm.
All
That packs
right.
me out. That's a good guess. I like that one.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, perfection. That's another good one.
Oh, that's a good one. Giving us so many good ideas for
Yeah.
puns. Oh my gosh. All right, with that, thank you everyone for your guesses. The Darwinium code is feline fine.
Yeah, we're feline fine around here.
I know,
Just-
right?
So, someone guessed cheetah bad.
Cheetah bad. Oh,
They're too locked into the meta.
I know, I know.
Sorry.
Cool. But yes, everyone, Feline Fine is the second code. You'll get another additional 15 Darwinium cubes. So in total, everyone gains 30 Darwinium cubes in this stream. So with that,
Nice.
we are going into another Q&A. So everyone, any questions for us?
I'm scrolling back.
Mhm.
Scrolling.
Let's see. Is there gonna be a doggo journey? Maybe.
Maybe.
We don't know.
A comment from someone from Penguin God 26. Palace cats win everything. They are good at pretending to be rocks when an eagle is overhead.
Mm.
That's cool. Let's see.
Yeah. Come on.
Feline awesome.
Someone said when new contest. I don't know if you have an answer for that, Emily. I definitely don't.
In 2 months when new
2
content.
months.
Yes, our contests
Nice.
are bi-monthly, so every 2 months we'll do a contest. Partly because these contests take a while to kind of like make. Like we have
Of
to
course.
discuss what they are, discuss what the prizes will be, the rules, make the graphics, schedule a post to go live, and so like we need a little bit of a break between contests.
Makes a lot of sense. Oh, someone said what's going to be the currency for the event? Their paws. So it's meant to, as you rapidly tap, it seems like you're traveling across the continents with those little paws, like walking their way around.
Aww.
Love that.
Yeah. Like, wasn't there talks of it to be something else, or was it paused the entire time?
Yeah, we thought about at one point it being prey. That was something we thought
Yeah.
about. Like
Nice.
we were like, yeah, we were
Aw.
thinking about like there was a pretty like limited. Honestly, it was like surprisingly limited. But we were like, all right, pause or prey, and then we were like, it's more fun if you're unlocking the pause than if you're unlocking like little
You're
fish.
murdering all the wildlife.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Someone asked a question I've seen a lot in the chat actually. So it's what happened to the mysterious face on the last event roadmap? That's a good question. It's not going away. It's just it might be coming a bit later than expected. Is that about right, Emily? Would you say?
Yes, yes,
Uh,
yes.
yeah.
It's we did mention that the roadmap is perpetually changing, so it is
Hmm.
still slated to come up, but it is delayed for a little bit because we just have a lot of content going on. We have the
Of course.
events, we have Beyond, we have Civ. We're not a very big team, unfortunately. We're
Yeah.
only about 10 people
Yeah.
in the company, so we need to consolidate a little bit before we can move on to the
Mhm.
topic. Uh, cool. Let's see. Any more questions?
Someone said the music in the event was minimal. Is that going to be added on the event's release? Yes, we have music now. We actually picked it out this week. Like we have music now. We made it loop perfectly. It's pretty fun. If you listen to our trailer, it's not the same music, but it's that kind of vibe. So be prepared for that. I'm glad you asked. We're always thinking about the music and like hoping people will keep their volume on. I know that unfortunately, when I play a lot of mobile games, I keep my sound off. Like, so I'm trying. We always want to find something that'll make someone want to keep it on.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's the eternal struggle, right? Because you don't want to like bother everyone around you when you're
yeah,
playing on the train or whatever. But
yeah.
yeah, you got headphones at least.
It's true. Yeah, and also we don't want to annoy. Like we want to loop the song so it like is like seamless, but we also don't want it
Yeah.
to be annoying that it's the same like three notes over and over. Like so we're trying to make the music repeatable, but not like the most annoying thing in the world to listen to. So it's
Sure.
like it's a struggle.
Yeah. I'm shocked
Yeah.
how often I come across like having played your game quite a bit.
Mhm.
Um, I get the music stuck in my head, and then I'll like see another YouTube video that uses the same
There you
like
go.
classical music, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, that's the Cell to Singularity soundtrack, and then I'll actually look it up, and it's like some uh, like ancient composition.
Beethoven. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have those
yeah,
like we
Beethoven.
have those like Bach like
Yeah,
compositions on the main game. Like yeah, like it's yeah, it's everywhere. And
yes,
now I just associate it with when you open the game for the first time. So
yes. I'm sure I just offended all of the music theory people. They're like, of course it's Bach. You didn't know it was Bach. Like, sorry, I'm very musically illiterate, unfortunately.
No worries, no worries. I think we have one more question and then we can move on.
Hmm.
So Andrew, do you want to pick the last question?
Yeah, I see one that I think is pretty fun just because it's a nice reference. So it says, "Have you ever thought about an event in the Antarctic?" Which is the reason I bring it up is because and choose that one specifically is because not we're not thinking of it right now, but it's fun that because this event doesn't there's no cats in Antarctica. We like actively we just today chose we're gonna remove the continent from the map so it's more cohesive. Like here are all these continents are ones that have something related to cats. So it's like we kind of just were like boop and like just Antarctica's not in the event anymore, so it's no longer canon to Cell Singularity, as I joked. But no, but we might like that wouldn't be a bad idea. Like I don't know much about Antarctica honestly, so I'd have to do
Yeah, there's
some
really not
research.
much at all that lives down there, as far as I
Yeah.
could tell. It's like penguins and that's kind of it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Leopard seals, I guess. But
unless we do an event about climate change, then we could
Oh, that's
refer
true.
to Antarctica and like global warming. But we'll see.
yeah, what do you think would be the first animal to like colonize Antarctica
Oh
if
man.
if
Yeah,
if
probably
ice were
if
to
it
melt?
I don't even know which ones would go. Like, how do you even get there? It'd have to be humans would have to bring it there. Like, so that would be part of it.
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
Animals have managed to cross pretty substantial water barriers before, so
that's
it
true.
does
That's true. They've
happen. I
got
mean,
land bridges.
how did monkeys get from Africa to South America?
It's a good
There's a
point.
whole Atlantic Ocean in the way, and no one knows.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
I
The
know,
leading
right?
theory is that they just like got swept there in a storm or something.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or I wouldn't be surprised if parts of the islands of different countries broke off and then they somehow floated all the way to Antarctica.
Yeah,
So,
we're theorizing right now. We're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do some research
Yeah.
on my own. And
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
Colin Not Dev went. There's tons of stuff in Antarctica. So hey, if you want to go in Cells chat and tell us
Okay.
some stuff in Antarctica, I'd be happy to hear about it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, and one of the Twitch chat says, didn't Africa and South America used to be connected? And yes, they did,
Mm.
but that was long before primates evolved.
Aha.
So yeah, the split happened, and then somehow primates managed to cross the Atlantic. So that's why it's such a mystery.
Yeah.
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 There you go.
Cool. All right. And as much as it was great to have everyone continue on to the stream, unfortunately, it is towards the end of our stream today.
Yeah.
So I do want to say thank you again, Patrick, for joining us on our stream today. It was nice having you, and it's also a different change of pace. Normally, when we do these streams, it's only us, the devs, and so you are essentially our first non-dev participant
Whoa,
here in our
okay.
stream. So
Yep.
Well, thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun. Great to be here.
yeah, yeah, and I hope our players really enjoyed our stream today, the cat event, and meeting with you, Patrick. As a reminder, the cat event is going to start next week on Friday at 11 a.m. ET. Usually, as part of the release of the event, we also do a Discord AMA, Let's Play event, and it's where players come to our Discord, play the game with us, and we play with it for an hour and see how long we kind of like finish the content or we talk about the event. And then Patrick will also be releasing his own video about cats on June 30th at 11 a.m. Central Time, 12 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
Cool. All
Very
right.
exciting.
Awesome. Well, thank you, everyone. It was nice seeing you. Hope to catch you in the next stream and in the game. Stay cellular.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you all.